Oh yeah, this is really special. Crunchy crouton, crunchy potato but still soft, and then the perfectly roasted Brussels sprouts paired with this dressing. It's bang on. So it's 2021 and we're coming in with the newest recipe for you here on IGTV. It is a simple shaved Brussels sprout salad. It's a Caesar salad. It's warm, it's got roasted potatoes and really crispy garlic croutons. Perfect for your next meal prep. It's great to bake in advance because it's not gonna wilt like your traditional lettuce does. It is so good. The dressing is gonna knock your socks off. It can last in your fridge for a really long time, and let's get started. Okay, so we're gonna start with this piece of bread. I've got it from a local bakery. It is whole wheat, it is delightful, and it's so soft. But we're just gonna cut it into some cubes, and we're gonna place it onto a parchment-lined sheet and cook it with the Brussels sprouts and the potatoes. Grab some Brussels sprouts and start by removing the outer layers of the Brussels sprout. They're just a bit tougher and sometimes dirty. Make sure they've been washed. If you want to eliminate waste in your household, you could wash these and put them in your veggie scraps and incorporate it into your homemade veggie broth with things like onions, celery, garlic, thyme, rosemary, herbs. You got the vibe. We're just chopping our Brussels sprouts nice and fine to kind of get that shredded effect. This is gonna be both crunchy, but yet cooked to the point where we're not gonna experience the pungent and aggressive taste of things like Brussels sprouts and cabbage. So now we're all chopped. We're gonna well coat it with some olive oil, a little bit of lemon, salt and pepper. Salt, pepper, and garlic powder. A little bit of umami powder. On the croutons themselves, some garlic powder. We're gonna pop this in the oven for 20 minutes at 400, but we are gonna check it occasionally to ensure nothing burns. Next, we get started on the potatoes. Similar idea, but we're gonna make sure they're cut nice and small so that they cook at the same pace as the Brussels sprouts. Make sure these have been washed, but no need to peel. They're too small and the skin is filled with nutrients. So we're using Progressive Produce potatoes and they're beautiful Brussels sprouts for this recipe. Extremely accessible, beautiful ingredients, and I'm so stoked to watch them kind of marry and incorporate into this simple salad that you can be making as meal prep all month. So Progressive Produce have an array of beautiful produce. You can get their mini potatoes, larger potatoes, russets, you name it. This recipe is super versatile, so just use what you can find at the grocery store. And then a little bit more of that umami powder that I love using in all of my cooking lately, and honestly, you can't add too much of it. Just be careful of the sodium levels if you are adding salt. We're making the dressing now. We're gonna start with the capers and some of their juices. So we're gonna make a lot of dressing here. So just a tiny pinch of pepper and salt. Everything else has been well seasoned, so we don't need very much, and capers are inherently salty, so we just want to avoid, again, any over seasoning. Then we're gonna take this mayo that I've portioned out. It's about a tablespoon. It's a vegan mayo. Add that to the jar. And then I've done around 2 teaspoons of my favorite Dijon mustard. Go in with that lemon. Vegan Worcestershire. Olive oil. Garlic powder. Just give it a nice little shake. We did it. This is the best shredded Brussels sprout, potato, crispy crouton Caesar salad you're ever gonna have. I love that it's got like a hefty amount of potatoes and croutons. It's balanced with carbs, lots of veg from this Brussels, and it's perfect. The dressing is so balancing. It's citrus, it's creamy. We have to try it. Once again, I've teamed up with my friends over at Progressive Produce. If you want this recipe to make it right now because it's craveable and amazing, check out the caption below for all the deets. Now I'm just gonna dive in. Get the recipe below, guys. See you later.